Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about I Love Lucy, more specifically about an episode called Drafted and a little nugget, a little Christmas nugget that was premiered at the end of the episode. I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, a wonderful holiday season, and I usually don't make themed videos like this because they do quote-unquote age, but I did want to make this one because I don't think many have talked about this moment at the end, and I do want to reveal the true identity of Santa Claus. Well, that isn't the true identity of Santa Claus, because Santa Claus is Santa Claus, but that is the Santa Claus that was in this episode of I Love Lucy. Now, the episode Drafted was a very early I Love Lucy episode. It was number 9, and it was a December 24th, 1951 release. Now, the episode in itself had nothing to do with Christmas, and I think that's very eye-opening because these are the early days of television, and themed episodes like that had to do with holidays weren't really a thing. But they decided at the end of this episode to give us this little Christmas nugget. But before we get into that, this was actually filmed a month before on a Friday, November 2nd, 1951. Now in this one, Ricky gets a letter from the War Department and it requests him to appear at Fort Dix. Now Lucy believes that he, in fact, is drafted, but he's not. Ricky's just invited to the New Jersey camp to entertain. Now Fred knows an appropriate Civil War routine from his vaudeville days, and he invites Ricky to go along and put on this act. However, the girls begin knitting socks for their guys because they believe that they are both drafted, and not knowing that this is happening, the girls knitting the socks, the men believe that they're going to have babies. It's kind of a chaotic episode, pretty funny. Even people get invited to the apartment to celebrate respective parties that they put on for each other, and the people get stuck inside the closet. It's a pretty good episode if you haven't seen it. But at the end, it's a very, very cool, even tender moment. We see the four main actors playing themselves, the Ricardos and the Mertzes, but all four of them are dressed as Santa Claus. Now it's kind of a funny little thing. They all look like Santa Claus. There's a gigantic tree in the middle of the apartment. You can tell there's no couch. All the furniture has been moved to the side to make room for the set and what they're trying to do there. And they all bring gifts. They put the gifts around the tree, and they even joke to each other that their costumes are really nice, and even joking that the bellies, or that is the pillows that they put for the stomachs, are pretty big. And they even joke about Fred's, and Fred says, "Hey, I don't have a pillow down there," and everyone laughs. It's like a funny joke. And then Ricky says, "Let's start singing some songs," and he says, "I know one in Spanish. It's called Cascabeles." He starts singing, and they figure out it is just Jingle Bells in Spanish. So they start to sing Jingle Bells, and they walk around the tree, and all of a sudden there are no longer four of them. There are now 5 Santas. And actually you see that they kind of plan for this, and Ethel goes all the way around so that the Santa character is right in the middle. Now, who plays a Santa character? Many of you who are fans of old movies, especially old short movies, like the Three Stooges, will know this man. His name is Vernon Dent. Yes, Vernon Dent, who is in many movies, also in some TV shows. He plays the Santa character here. He was very prominently known for being in many Three Stooge shorts, even himself being a stooge. Now I just want to explain that. Now, a stooge, by definition, is only a performer whose act involves being the butt of a comedian's jokes. And we know the Three Stooges, eventually played by 3 different men, the Howard brothers, as well as Larry Fine, Joe DeRita, and Joe Besser. Many people often say that there are the unofficial Stooges, which include Bud Jameson, Emil Sitka, and, you guessed it, Vernon Dent, because they played in many of the Stooge shorts, and they themselves are the butt of many of these jokes. According to the definition, they are unofficial Stooges. So that's pretty cool. I want to know how many of you knew this, or even have seen this segment. It is pretty much never played during syndication. It's only one of those rare scenes, and I wanted to bring it to you, especially during this holiday season. Thank you so much, guys and gals, for watching. I do appreciate you giving me the gift of your viewership, your support, giving me the gift of 100,000 subscribers, and as we continue to grow, many, many thanks to you. We'll see you next time, and don't forget, guys and gals, be hopeful. Thank you so much to all my supporters, especially my Diamond tier patrons. David D, Ricky, Citizen Kane 359, Yasmin G, Lori K, and Sally N. If you want to participate and get more exclusives that are only found on Patreon, links are in the description. Thank you very much.